Okay, let's look how to solve quadratic inequalities algebraically. So we have a list of steps at the top of the page that starts with rearranging the inequality so that 0 is on the right-hand side. Honestly, it doesn't matter whether 0 is on the right-hand side. Get the inequality so that 0 is on one side and x is on the other. Then determine the direction of opening. Then we're going to set the inequality instead of greater than or equal to or whatever the inequality symbol is. We're just going to set it equal to 0 and find the x-intercepts. Then we'll use a real number line to divide and put those numbers we just found in step 3 on it. And determine the sign of ax squared plus bx plus c in each interval, and then determine the solution set. So, simply here's how this goes. We take negative x squared plus 8 greater than 2x. We're going to subtract 2x from each side. And that gives us negative x squared minus 2x plus 8 needs to be greater than 0. So that was step 1. Step 2, since a is negative 1, we know this opens down. Step 3, solve the equation negative 2x squared minus 2x plus 8 equals 0. So first we'll divide everything by negative 1 just to make life easier. And that gives us x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. And so if we factor that, we get x plus 4, x minus 2 equals 0. So x is negative 4 or positive 2. Step 4 is make a number line and put those two solutions on the number line. So negative 4, positive 2. Now, determine the sign of negative x squared minus 2x plus 8 equals 0 in each interval on the number line. So the leftmost interval, let's pick, I don't know, anything smaller than negative 4 works, but let's pick x is negative 5. For the next interval, we can pick anything between negative 4 and positive 2. I'm going with 0 because that's going to make our life easier. And for the third one, we need to pick anything bigger than positive 2, so let's pick a 3. So x equals 3. Now let's just figure out the numbers for all of these. So if x equals negative 5, then we have negative times negative 5 squared minus 2 times negative 5 plus 8 equals negative 25 plus 10. Negative 25 plus 10 plus 8, which is a negative 7. So in this interval, it's negative. Okay, let's do the same thing for x equals 0. If we put 0 in for x, we have negative 0 squared minus 2 times 0 plus 8, which equals a positive 8. So that expression is positive between negative 4 and 2. And let's pick x equals 3. Then if we plug that in, we have negative 3 squared minus 2 times 3 plus 8, which is negative 9 minus 6 plus 8 is negative 7. So it's negative in the rightmost interval. So if we go back to this equation that inequality that I'm about to highlight in blue, that says we need where it's positive. So we look at where we have positives and negatives on our number line. Right here is the positive, and that's what we need, greater than 0. So our solution to this is negative 4 to 2. Do we include negative 4 and 2? The answer is no, because we have a strictly greater than. So we're just going to put those in parentheses, and that's our answer. Okay, you should pause the video and try to do number 2 on your own, and then restart it and go through it with me and make sure you did it correctly. So I'm going to pretend that you've paused the video and worked on it. Let's just do it now. So it's already in the correct form. So we'll start with number 2, because number 1 is done. So step number 2, set it equal to 0 and solve. So if we factor this, we get x plus 7 times x minus 4. So x equals negative 7 or positive 4. Oops, and sorry, that was step 3. I skipped step 2. Step 2 is that a is positive 1, which means it opens up. Step 4 is make our number line and test our points. So, well, really, I guess that's 4 and 5. So step 4, I'm just going to make it down here, I guess. Sorry. Keep changing my mind. We have negative 7, positive 4, and I'm going to pick test values again. So x is negative 8, x is 0, and x is 5. So let's crunch the numbers now. If x is negative 8, then we have negative 8 squared plus 3 times negative 8 minus 28, which is going to be 12. So this one's positive. If we put 0 in, we get 0 squared plus 3 times 0 minus 28, which is negative 28. And if we put 5 in for x, we get 5 squared plus 3 times 5 minus 28, which is 12 again. So it's positive there also. So what did this ask us for? It asked us for where the inequality, the expression with the variables, is greater than or equal to 0. So that means we need positive, or where it equals 0, which is at our x-intercepts, our solution to step 3. So for this one, our solution interval is going to be negative infinity, not included because we never include the infinities, to negative 7, which we do include because of the greater than or equal to symbol. And then we have a second piece which starts at 4, including 4, and goes to positive infinity. So that's it for solving quadratic inequalities. We will pick up chapter 5 in the next video.